Good evening, guys. Hope you're all well. It's Tuesday. It's fresh. It's beautiful blue skies out there, but it is cold today. I've only got 2 jobs on. I've got to go and look at a customer's handle, window handle. We're not sure if it's the handle that's broke or if it's a mechanism. She's not sure. It's just everything's just gone floppy. So we're going to have a look at that. And I've got a post box lock to gain entry to and replace the lock. Excuse me, that's it today. I had a blank yesterday. Not one job until the evening. I had a at 9 o'clock in the evening, I had a lady say she was locked out in Brighton. I quoted her 110 to gain access non-destructively. So once we gain access, she can retrieve her keys. She won't have to replace the lock or anything like that. And she agreed. She said okay. Her tone changed a little bit. I must admit, her tone changed a little bit once I told her it was £110. But come on, at 9 o'clock at night. And I said, look, I'll head to my van. If you can text me the address, the full address, I'm going to head out to my van now. And once I'm in the van, I'll let you know exactly how long I'm going to be. So I went and sat in my van. Sat there for a few minutes, nothing. So I texted her and said, well, I'm in the van. Can you send me the address? And she texted back to say that she'd found someone else to do it for £80. So anyway, yeah, so it's still up and down. Work's still up and down at the moment. I had a mad day last week. I had a day where I had 6 jobs, but the day before I had none. So it's just how it goes at the moment. You will remember on one of my last videos, I don't think it was my last video, maybe the one before that, where I said to you the MLA said no to me joining because of the training. And I did mention that I am looking to join a different organisation. Well, I'm now a member of that organisation. Yeah, so I've joined Certified Locksmiths and Security. Been speaking with the guys there. Seems really good. It's really new. It's really fresh. And like I said before, like the reason why I wanted to join the MLA or an organisation was because I wanted just some sort of to stand out. Basically, I want to stand out from every other locksmith in the area and show trust. And I believe that being part of an organisation like this will do that. So yeah, like I say, it's still new, still fresh, but then so is everything else. The MLA was new and fresh once, and everyone has to start somewhere. So they haven't got massive amounts of members at the moment. I wouldn't know how many, to be fair, but if you want to join, if you want to look into it and you want to join, I'll put all their details in the description below. But basically, there's 2 memberships. I'll tell you a little bit about it. There's 2 types of membership. You can have a personal membership or you can have a company membership. There's a few extra benefits having a company membership. I'm going to do a screen recording actually, so you'll probably see that in a minute, but you'll see it all there. £10 a month plus VAT for personal membership, £30 plus VAT for a company membership, which is the one I've gone for. With the company membership, there's a listing as well. So hopefully, as this gets bigger, people will start recognising it when they're searching for a locksmith in their area, and you'll start coming up. And you're allowed 3 areas with this. So I'm advertising in Brighton, Hove, and Shoreham-by-Sea. And yeah, it's basically like a little page that tells you everything about my company and shows trust that I'm a licensed certified locksmith. You get a little, you know, like in your Apple wallet or Google, I'm sure, like a Android, I'm sure you've got like a little wallet thing on Androids. You get like a little license card that goes, like a digital license card that goes into your wallet, so you can show that to customers. From that, they can scan a QR code which will take them directly to your certified locksmith and security page, so they can verify you. To join, you need basically you need a reference from 2 other locksmiths. So they just need to basically say that you are who you say you are, and that you're a trusted locksmith and you do good work, and you're not one of these rogues. So you need 2 people to say, or two people for references, so they have to be locksmiths. You need DBS and you need public liability insurance. And so long as you can get 2 references and show all of that, you can join. So yeah, go and have a look. Like I say, I'm all signed up now, and looking forward to hopefully it just showing it to customers and making people aware. The sun's so bright. Just making people aware about it. That's what it's all about. Right, so apparently number 3 is the one that doesn't have the key, so we get that open, and I might have to go and get a cam lock. I think I'm running low, but yeah, we'll get that open and then change it over. That didn't take long. So and it's one of the good ones where you can actually undo that, but the one that I get won't have that. So let's see what we've got in the van anyway to change it over to state of the van. Look at that. Right, cam lock. So normally down here, there's one. Oh, that might be perfect actually. And another one there. Might be a bit big, that one. This one. Yeah, got 3 there. Either one of those might work. Any more? What's this one? It's a bit too long, that one, I think. Alright, well, I think I'll take all of those up and see if we can get one of them to work. 1, 2, a choice of 3. Hopefully it'll save me from having to go out. Get off. Go out and get one. I was hoping to be able to use the cranked one, but by the time you put that on, sorry, it goes that way. By the time you put that on, it brings it in too far and it won't go behind. So what I'll do, I'll use the straight one that comes with it. That's just fallen out as well. I can't remember to put that back on. The little straight arm. Whether it's gone around there somewhere. Oh no, it's not. There's a little straight arm. Oh, there you go. I'll put that on it, and then I might just bend it in a little bit, just so it catches behind here, because it might be too far off, and then there'll be a rattle. So I'll just. Oh, this might be too long actually. I might have to cut this down as well. I will have to cut it down 100%. All right, a bit of work to do then. All right, so there you go. So that's that. Fitted, the new one's fitted on, but like I say, this is too long, so I'm just going to cut that down. It needs to be cut actually just below that point there. because obviously it goes in behind here. This point here is the same as this point here, so it's got to clear that inside. So if I cut it just short of this point, it'll work like a dream. So I'm put a little mark there, and then I'll go down and grind it off. Still dirty. Right, let's find the grinder. Now the grinder will either be in this box or that box. Let's have a look. I think it's normally in here because, there we go, there's not enough room for it in there with all the rest of the tools. Oh, I've got to get one of them actually. I would have been looking for that. I need that for the training room for Friday. Right, let's put that up there. Let's try and throw that up there first time. Look at that, getting like a pro. Right, I'll get a battery for that and then we'll cut. It's down there, look. Got to cut that bit off. I'm going to go just inside that line. And yeah, just curve it a little bit if I can. Right, clamp that there nice and tight. Okay, right, let's go. There we go. Just take it out there. Nicely rounded edges. Just taken off. I might get a little bit of might get a file on that quickly. Alright, just do that really quick. Make sure there's no sharp edges. Right, there you go. Lovely. Right, let's give that a go on that. Right, what I did, guys, I tried it in, but it was a little bit baggy, so I've just taken it back off, put that tiny little kink in it there, so that hopefully will now take any bagginess out of it. So I'll stick it back on and give it a test. Right, there we go. So that's locked, open, and you can see the little turn that I put on that. And I cut it, rounded off the edges. Yeah, all done. It's taken that wobble out now. It's basically the same as all the rest. That's it. All done. Oh my days, it is a cold one today, but beautiful again, blue skies. Long may this continue. I'm on my way to do a job. I fitted some van locks for a guy probably about 3 years ago now, and he's managed to catch one of the locks. I don't know how, can't remember how he said, but he's managed to catch one of the locks, and it's bent it, and it's bent the lock in the case. So he's bought replacements. So I don't even know if the cylinder, I don't think the cylinder's going to be broke. I think what's happened is that he's bent the cylinder and it's bent the case, the lock case inside the door. So I'm gonna go there, gonna get that out. But the trouble is, it's locked, so I can't get the cylinder out because the key won't turn. So I'm probably, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I've got to try and force it. But anyway, we're going to go there, have a look at that, and try and fit in this new one. What else? What else have we got? Oh, got to go. I had a message late last night from a customer whose night latch has fallen off, so I've got to go and refit that on for him. Later on, I'm doing just a straight replacement for British Standard era night latch and deadlock for a customer who's moved into a new property. And I might be going back, or I might be going to a property management job for a property management company to remove the snib off of a lock, but I'm waiting for confirmation on that. So, end of this month, 27th of March, Thursday. If that date's wrong, by the way, because I haven't actually checked, but I'm pretty sure I'll put the date there. This date is the correct date if I said it wrong. Myself and Brian James are kicking off our group advanced locksmith training. So we are kicking it off with a single pin picking course. So there's room for 7 people. This is the first I've actually advertised it. So if this is something you want to add to your skill set, get over to the website, which is there, and get yourself booked on. Single pin picking, if you haven't done it, or if you don't do it, it's a skill well worth knowing, for a few reasons. Often when you're using an EPG on a cylinder and it goes into anti-pick, that's when you can go in and single pick the remaining pins that need picking to get the open. If your EPG dies, you can go in and single pin pick cylinders. And also, if you're at a job where it's late and you don't want to use your EPG, I know a few guys that go straight in with their hand picks and will single pin pick because it makes no noise whatsoever. And if you know what you're doing, it makes it so much easier. If you understand what's going on inside the lock, it makes it so much easier. So it's a skill set it's a skill set that every locksmith should do really and should know about. So if you don't, get yourself over to the website and get yourself booked on. It's from 9 AM till 4 PM. Lunch is included. Refreshments, tea, coffee, biscuits, all of that's included during the day. And it'll be a good day. It'll be a good day. Myself and Brian will be teaching you, and I expect it to be fun and enjoyable. So yeah, if you're interested in that, get over to the website. Okay, so this is the van lock. The door is open. I was mistaken, but the key, there's no turn in the key, so it's going to be difficult to actually get this out, even with that. Whoops, even with the screw fully out. I don't think this is going to turn enough for me to get out because it's all bent up inside. Oh, hang on, we've got oh my god, look at that. So, just showing on the wall here, that is actually really stiff, so the cylinder is broke. That will not turn. So, it might just be a case of the customer's bought a whole new, I don't want to show you anything, a whole new set here with another key. So it might be that we can just put the new cylinder in, you know. Let's see. Okay, so I'll see the problem. If you look on that edge there, that's where the customer's hit the cylinder and it's squashed the cylinder over, which is why it's stiff to turn. So I might have to try and do something with that, because that's the size of the cylinder that was come out. That's what Locks with Hands have sent him. And it was supposed to be a replacement kit. He bought all of these himself, so he knew what he was ordering, and that's what they've sent, which is obviously the wrong size. And my theory of the lock case being damaged was completely wrong, because that's working nice. The whole lock case has come a bit loose where it's been hit, so I'm going to try and do something with that. But that's all working nice. But it's just the cylinder that's the problem. Right, I'm getting a full rotation out of that now, which we wasn't before, so it is stiff, not going to lie. I've tried filing it a little bit to make it a little bit easier, but we're getting a full rotation, so I've told the customer you can send this one, you can send that one back, and then you can just get a replacement cylinder. so he hasn't got to worry about you know, that key breaking, because like I say, it's a bit stiff. But what we are going to do anyway as well is we're going to remove this, because it broke this scutcheon as well. So we're going to remove that, and then he bought, he asked for a jumbo one, and that's what they've given him, a huge one. So, but he doesn't mind that, because where he hit something is a small, I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera, but there's a little bit of a dent there. So this one here is going to go over like that, and it'll cover all of that, and yeah, look much nicer, and sort that problem out. Okay, so we've got the cylinder back in. Obviously I'm just trying this on, it's very, very tight, but I just wanted to see how it looks. I can't get it square with the door, just because of the way the cylinder sits. I've showed the customer, he's happy with that, he's not too fussed about that. So I can now mark these, take it back off, silicone it all up, get that riveted on with my hand riveter, because I don't own my my lock fitting stuff anymore, because I don't do it. But I've got a hand riveter, put them on, and that should be job. Right, I've lapped that in clear silicone, so we can now put this on. Ooh. So it's very tight. It's probably going to need tapping on actually, so I'll tap this on. Yes, that's what I want. I want it all squeezing out here. Oh, look at that. Delicioso. There we go. Right, and then I've got my hand riveter, because I no longer own my air riveter or anything like that. So we get this riveted on, and that'll be us done. Right, we've got one in down there. Let's try and do this one-handed, shall we? I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Come on, there we go, all right. So I can grab that. You have to be careful jumping. Right, there we go. There's two in. I'm not going to show you the rest, because that was a bit of a pain. I'll show you at the end. Sorry about the noise. Next door we've got a tree spitter. Right, so we're done anyway. There you go, that's the end result. There's the key there. Right, so it is turning and locking. It is still a bit tight, but it's working, and for now they're gonna live with it for now. I think they've ordered a new cylinder, but they might keep it as a spare, because I said to them this might actually loosen up over time. So but yeah, that is now done. Just turning out a little dodgy little cul-de-sac. My glasses are steamed up. It's so warm now. I was freezing earlier, and now I'm hot. Does anybody else, get at least 6 or 7 emails a day asking about web rankings and SEO, and oh, we've noticed some errors on your website? I don't care, go away, leave me alone. It's ridiculous the amount I get. Right, so that's that van lock sorted. He's more than happy with that. He's going to get a new cylinder and keep it as a spare, and if that one still becomes a problem, we're still a problem. I think he's going to just had to disconnect my Apple Play, because it doesn't record my voice. If my Apple CarPlay is active, it doesn't record. Yeah, he's going to keep hold of the cylinder, and if that one doesn't get any easier, then he'll swap it over himself. I've showed him what to do. I said to him, if you get a problem, just let me know, I'll come and do it for free. But he's pretty handy. But I was just chatting to him about their travels, and he said they went away in September down the whole of Europe, come back just before Christmas, and he said they're going away again in 2 weeks and not coming back till the end of summer. Oh, it would be my dream. I'd love me and Sarah to do this. I'd love us to get a van like that and just go away. Sarah can work remotely. She's a hypnotherapist and can help clients remotely via Zoom, so she can still earn money. What can I do? I'll have to just sell loads of my lock fitting school. I'll have to do that, my online courses. But yeah, it'd be my dream to be able to do that. Anyway, right, I'm on my way to refit this night latch. Probably won't video this because I think it's going to be the 2 grub screws that have just fallen out, but we'll see. Right, this was the night latch video, so this was the one that's come off. They'd lost the screws, they couldn't get it back on, so I've got it back on. It's all working, but it's really tight in the frame, so I've undone these screws. It's one of those ones where the box is screwed to the frame as well, so just undoing those screws isn't enough to then take the keep off and move it over. So we've got to take the whole thing off. There you go, so that's what's behind. So I need to undo this, pack this out, and then I can slide this part of the keep back over and put some screws in. I only need to come over a couple of mil. Okay, so I've got that little green packer in there. It's only a 1mm, but let's see if that brings it over. Let's pull it over a little bit. I can actually try it because it's a nice tight fit. I can actually try this before I screw it all in. Let's do it now. Side. That's locked, and that's open. Much easier now. Right, I need to get myself, I've decided, it's nearly as bad as Jonathan Horsley's van. Not quite, there's a bit of organisation. I need to get myself a disabled badge. There's no parking around here, and all of these cars just on WLs where they're disabled badges. Absolute nightmare for parking around there. There used to be, where that white van's just gone down, there used to be some pay and display and that around there, but there's nothing anymore. And can you see the Walrus pub there? There. There you go, the Walrus. I used to do loads of work for them. I've done their bars, I've done their nightclub downstairs. This is all pre-COVID, but obviously since COVID, I gave up the carpentry, and yeah, I'm glad I don't do any work for them anymore because it would be an absolute nightmare to be able to park down here and try and work in there. I'm glad I'm out of that. So I've come back to the training room. I bought a nice little sign. Well, I thought it was going to be a nice little sign to go onto the wall for in here. It's just above this shelf. Look, looks nice like that, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not. The quality of it is really bad. Let me show you. So again, first glance, looks nice, doesn't it? Oh, look at that gold mirror, beautiful. Wait till you get up close. It is shockingly bad. Look at all these jagged edges. Look at that. Feel a little complaint coming on. That's not what it looked like in the pictures. Or am I being a bit picky? I don't know. I just weren't expecting it to be like that. That's probably the worst bit, the logo at the top. That big chunk out of it there. From here though, looks nice, doesn't it? Oh, it's a beautiful day, hey, hey. It's beautiful again. I'm loving this, it's making me feel summery. Right, I've got a couple of jobs on today. First one is just a like-for-like replacement on a deadlock. The next one's a little bit interesting. I'll try and film it if I can, but it's a customer who's got a problem with, I think they said it's a bifold door, but it's got the Ultion smart lock on it and everything's jammed up, they can't open it. So I don't know much about the Ultion smart locks, I don't fit them. So yeah, should be interesting. I'll go and have a look at that. And then that's it. Then I'm going back to my training room. It's Thursday today. Tomorrow, Friday, I've got a guy coming down to do 1 day timber door and frame making good course. So I need to go and prep the room. It's a little bit of a mess because I've been in there doing stuff. So I need to make sure it's all nice and ready for tomorrow. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to a guy that gave me a shout out on his channel, actually, bless him. Dean, Locksmith Services. Locksmith Services on YouTube. I'll put a link to his channel in the description down there. But yeah, Dean's he seems a lovely bloke. I've never met him, but excuse me, seems a really nice guy, and he does a very sort of similar thing to what I do, just filming his day as a locksmith. So go and give Dean a follow, please. I would very much appreciate that. Right, I'm almost at this job. In fact, I am at this job. Right, I'm not going to film this one. I'm not going to film. This is the straight deadlock. Now to park again. Right, see you in a bit. My word, you should see the location where I'm doing this failed. But in Brighton, there's two famous windmills called Jack and Jill. Lived in Brighton all my life, by the way. Never come here ever. But this is Jack behind me. That's the roof of Jack. It's got a temporary roof on there at the moment. This is the workshop that I'm working on here. And then there's Jill. That's Jill Windmill down there. And the guy's house is this property just behind here. That one there with the white cladding. And this is his workshop. But this is an absolute stunning area. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, look at Jack. It's being restored at the moment. My customer actually owns Jack. The council own Jill, but he owns Jack, so they're actually restoring it at the moment. But let me show you the problem with this door lock. I don't think it's anything to do with the actual ultimate lock. I think the latch might not be retracting, but I'll show you. Right, here we are. So customer's had a go himself. You can see the old turn smart lock there, so he's had all that off. When you lock the door, that all sounds like it's locking, and when you unlock it, if you listen, that all sounds like it's unlocking. So I think there's a problem. I've been inside, we've had the handle, but the handle was already off. Obviously it doesn't look broken, it doesn't look damaged, the spindle's still there, but it just won't open. So I'm going to try and get an airbag on this, and the actual bottom of the door as well looks like it's kicked in, so I don't know if that's anything to do with it. Not kicked in, but it's in by about 5mm, whereas at the top it's completely flush. So I don't know if that's anything to do with it, but I'm going to try and get an airbag or a spreader. Be careful because this is powder coated, and see if there's anything or any way of getting this open, and we'll see what's causing this problem. I managed to get a little bit of play in that. I used a bit of mica just to protect it, so I couldn't get the airbag in on its own. It was just too tight. So I'm just going to see if this does anything at all. It gives me a little bit of a clue what's going on. So we had a look at another door that's sort of around the other side, and it's very, very similar. And there's no hooks, there's no cams, there's no mushrooms, there's no chute bolts. It's literally just a bolt there and the latch. So we're assuming it's the same. It was all fitted at the same time. But yeah, I cannot see. The door has dropped a little bit that side, but I don't think that's anything to do with it. I need to get a latch tool in there and see if we can go onto that latch. Just had a little test, so put a bit of mica there. With the mica in, that bolt isn't locking, so it's only going to there. Put that out, and it's going fully. So it's definitely not the bolt. Now, I need to get onto the latch. I'm not going to do this one, but what I'm going to do is get onto the latch and just see. I might take the airbag out, just put pressure on it, and then see if we can bypass the latch. I think it's the latch that's causing the problem. Okay, we're open. Latch. So, do you remember the door wasn't closing? I said to you there was a gap down there. Yeah, it was that. I've just threw it out there and I've just retrieved it because I've realised what was going on. So look at that flush. That could have actually caused maybe the extra pressure on that, but there looks like there's a yellow bit of plastic in there. it looks like it's all squashed up, and I think that's what's causing the problem, because when you push on the latch, it's kind of not doing anything, it's just hitting that bit there. Oh, look at my thumb, by the way, thumb update. It's nice and smooth, doesn't look it, I have to file it, but yeah, look at that. Yeah, so I'm going to take it apart, and I'm going to use the Mortise sash lock little tool. I'm hoping this is going to work. I've never taken one of these gearboxes apart, so we'll plop that through there, and we tighten that up. Oops, we tighten that on there, and hopefully doing that I can undo these now and take that case off, and hopefully that'll keep that part all intact. It won't all spring out. Right, unfortunately that spring sprung out from I don't know where, so I've got to try and find where that little bad boy goes. But the problem is see that arm there? That's bent. I don't know if you can see that. I'm assuming it should be in line with that. So that's bent, and it's broken this yellow bit of plastic. So I'm going to try and take this out, bend that back. I might try and glue that bit of plastic back and see if that works. It might only be a temporary fix, and we might have to order a new gearbox, but let's give it a go. Yeah, look at that, well bent, and that is well broke. So we'll give it a go, see if we can try and glue that back with some mitre fix. It's pretty good stuff. You never know. Right, that's that stuck to back together. Hopefully that'll be all right. And I've straightened that little bit out. So I'm going to try and get it all back together, but I still don't know where this goes. So that is going to be a problem. Just quickly though, so this building used to be the granary for the for Jack and Jill. But look at that, how amazing. It's all the old beams, and what they did, they literally, you can see all the old stuff down there, all the old beams, and they literally built the house around it. So this house has been built around the old granary and kept all that intact. Stunning. Right, I'm trying to put this back together, and this bit just keeps pinging out and going at an angle and causing problems. So I've clamped that in there just for the minute, so I can try and get these bits back in. Obviously that goes in there, so that's fine. Still don't know where. So let's get in the unlock position. Still don't know where that goes. That went on there at the end. Right, let's get them bits in. Right, we're all back together, with the exception of that. I'm sure it come out from down the bottom here somewhere. So I need to have a good search around for any markings or find out where that come from. I think I found it. It comes from under there, which goes, that bit goes in there, and the spring rests on that bit. Oh, hallelujah, I can get it back together. Make that sound easy as well. Gutted. So I got it all back together again. I was testing it, and the yellow bit broke again, and then it all started jamming up again. So unfortunately this one is not salvageable. So I've taken all of the latch components out, refitted it, tested the lock in there. It's thrown the bolt, so we're just going to put it back in like that so they can at least lock it, and then we'll order a new one of these dormer locks. It wasn't the outcome that I was hoping for, but it's a temporary solution until we get the new one. So that's lock in. I'm assuming this works off the customer's phone, but he's just going to have some lunch. So but yeah, it's lock in, and from this side got the key, and we'll do this one handed. There you go. That's locked. Right, so just got to order the new dormer Euro lock, and then we'll come back and get that fitted. We've got Sam in doing a making good course. I'm not being funny, I reckon he's a carpenter. I reckon he's a carpenter, this geezer.